as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Their own 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Kyle Fuller. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 1-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, Cleveland.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
To Nick Chubb.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, really
really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
7-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Browns nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Mayfield. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Jacoby Myers.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First down, Browns.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
On third down, here's Hunt. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation for the Browns.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
2nd and 6. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And that will be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a yard.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Brings up second.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great play there. As the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Bears 17. Browns.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now left side on the swing pass. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 18, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. John Simon in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
7 at the 27-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Browns, 1st down.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
in on the tackle.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3 on the play. First down, Browns.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Ball carrier.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
Makes the score Bears 31. Browns 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Richardson on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
The running back.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on
the Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A run for Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You